Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel where we uncover the hidden truths behind history's most fascinating events. Have you ever wondered about the lesser-known details behind the Titanic disaster? The story we all know might just be the tip of the iceberg. Let's dive into some shocking revelations that might change everything you thought you knew. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. First off, did you know there was a coal fire burning in the Titanic's hull even before it set sail? This wasn't just a small fire, it was a significant blaze. Yes, a 30-foot section was ablaze, and it weakened the steel by up to 75%. This critical detail was kept under wraps. Experts believe this made the ship more vulnerable when it struck the iceberg. But that's not all. The fire was a ticking time bomb that compromised the ship's integrity. The damage from the fire was cleverly concealed. The crew and the ship's owners went to great lengths to hide this from the passengers. The ship was docked with the damaged side facing away from view, so passengers had no idea what they were boarding. Talk about a cover-up. This was a deliberate act to avoid panic and ensure the voyage went ahead. Now, imagine this. The Titanic's owners were in financial trouble due to a coal miners' strike. This strike had a ripple effect on the entire shipping industry. Cancelling the voyage was not an option, as it would have led to bankruptcy. The stakes were incredibly high, and the pressure to set sail was immense. So, despite the fire and other ships cancelling their trips, Titanic set sail. The decision was driven by financial desperation and a gamble that everything would go smoothly. And here's a real kicker. The lookouts on the Titanic didn't have binoculars. This wasn't just an oversight. It was a critical error. The key to the locker holding them was mistakenly taken by a replaced officer. This small mistake had catastrophic consequences. No binoculars meant no early warning for the iceberg. The lookouts were essentially blind to the dangers ahead. Speed was another critical factor. The Titanic was racing against time and reputation. The Titanic was traveling at high speed, trying to make up for lost time and to uphold the company's reputation. This reckless speed made it nearly impossible to avoid the iceberg in time. This high speed made it nearly impossible to avoid the iceberg in time. The ship was essentially a speeding bullet in the dark, heading straight for disaster. As if that wasn't enough, the Titanic only carried 20 lifeboats. Enough for about a third of the passengers. This was a glaring oversight in safety planning. The original design called for 48, but this was reduced to keep the decks looking uncluttered. A deadly aesthetic choice. The decision prioritized appearance over safety. And get this, a scheduled lifeboat drill was cancelled on the morning of the disaster. This drill could have saved countless lives. To this day, no one knows why. The cancellation remains one of the many mysteries surrounding the Titanic. When the lifeboats were finally launched, they weren't even filled to capacity, adding to the tragedy. This inefficiency cost many lives. Lastly, distress signals from the Titanic were misinterpreted by the nearby ship, the Californian. This miscommunication was a fatal error due to a rare meteorological phenomenon called a thermal inversion. The signals looked like celebratory fireworks. This rare event added to the confusion and delayed rescue efforts. So there you have it, folks, hidden secrets that contributed to the Titanic disaster. What do you think? These revelations paint a much more complex picture of the tragedy. Let me know in the comments below. Your thoughts and theories are always welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more intriguing content. See you next time. Stay curious and keep exploring history with us.